very dangerous. Mike comes through looking for the stun. We'll be able to find it onto Sniper. APA is here as well. The Vanguard's edge is not going to be enough though. Sniper finds one kill. He's looking for another one and he is hungry for the roots and everything. Cannot stop him on Orange. Find himself getting dropped and now...
Man, Sniper's not playing around today. He bent and did not break in the slightest to the initial pressure, and now they're putting literally 3 members into the top lane. He's gonna pull a triple kill!
APA!
That is the mid lane inhibitor turret dead. Ezra ultimate used into the base, Desirux.
Oh, here we go. Call
the
the shot goes
minions!
off to going after Shochi, able to get the knockback on Shochi. Shochi falls before getting the shockwave off, but the minions are taking down the base. The minions are doing work. Redbird have to do work faster. They're going after the Nexus towers, but the Nexus towers are healthy. Trevor doing
Anime Girl's doing
going
it!
after the Nexus tower number 1. It will fall. There's Anime Girl. He's
Anime Girl!
the base. He is going for the back door. Structures are getting destroyed.
No way!
Some way! Immortals! AoE! Backdoor Redbird! Much more scrappy, skirmishy fight going for Perry. Perry's able to back up in time as the pressing guard goes up. Now
Sketch.
Perry goes into the face of City Witty.
Sketch is dead.
Grade picks up another one. It's going to be a double kill. He's looking for more though. Goes after Faisal. Faisal hops on, is able to complete the jump, but Faisal's still alive.
Existence.
Faisal's going after Legrade, but Existence is on the jump. Will Legrade survive? Answer's gonna be no! Faisal! Flames, Golden Guardians Academy are on their last legs. Iconic tries to cut the wave, but there's still a super minion wave coming in from the bot lane, and there's health bars completely depleted for Golden Guardians Academy. 100 Thieves next. This is an org that has dived into developmental, a premier org in North American developmental, and at the top of 2022, they present one of the most terrifying rosters North American amateur has ever seen.
All this out, but they fell like dominoes, one by one, and they haven't been able to slow down Miracle push at all. They're walking towards the base, Travis. They gotta make a base defense now.
Just ended it. Shady gets popped. Fnatic, his HP, he's going down.
Sniper's trying.
He's over here onto the side, trying to do whatever he can, but this duelist is
Array's
finding
up.
himself in a 1v4. Array is in a terrible way. It is
He's
Sniper
out. He's
on
out.
the field. Fnatic is gone. Miracle are looking to put an end to the game, and they will do just that.
They did it! They beat 100 Thieves next!
Doxa goes forward. He finds the trouble bubble, but it ain't going to be that much trouble anymore. Dragoon tanks up the remaining 2 players. Buying time is the name of the game. The Nexus is falling. The Nexus is crumbling. Ladies and gentlemen, your champions for the Proving Grounds Qualifier number 2. No team. 3-1.
I need you to come in.
What's the job?
PGCQ quarterfinals streaming a path to LCS. Assemble your team. The fate of amateur depends on it.
I accept.
Let's go!
I'm in.
Here we go. So they're finally here from C32. If you know the words, you can join in too. Put your hands together if you wanna clap as we take you through this PG rap. DK.
Artillery and getting that banned away by Large certainly confirms that to a certain extent.
It also leaves up the possibility where, you know, you give up 1 OP for the side of Large and 100 Thieves can take 2, or 2 champions that they perceive as OPs. I believe it is almost the exact same bans. I think Large was the one who banned the Seraphines on the red side last time around. We see the Soraka hover. I don't know if our producer is trying to mess with us or anything, or if it's just the pick that we're going to see. There it is, baby. P1 Soraka for Large.
There's simply no way. I don't know. I don't know.
Question number 1. Spell Cincinnati.
Okay, it's definitely C-I-N-C-I-N-N-A-T-I. C I N. Is it 2 N's? I'm gonna go with another N. A-T-I. That's it.
CINCINNATI.
Oh wow, that's a full ace triple kill for Fnatic. They still have the minions in the base and pyrotechnics. I think we're about to see the winner of Proving Grounds Circuit Qualifier 1 in the summer split.
24.5 minutes. They keep improving on their time, Smacks, with a teleport in from Sniper and nobody left standing. This is going to be it. They called themselves 100 Thieves next, but they're 100 Thieves now!
Man, that right here absolutely touched me. Right, look at that here. Absolutely phenomenal moments that we've had throughout the year, and there are more to come, although today is the final day of PGCQ. Remember, the action will continue tomorrow as well. Before now, let's talk about what we just saw. Veteran Curry. 1-1 right now between 100 Thieves and Taco Gaming, a result that we rightfully did expect, and for the beginning of the game here, Curry. Game was started off pretty fun, I'd say.
Yeah, so I think that this was, like, even from the draft, this was a really different and really interesting game. I think Taco Gaming came in with, like, a very aggressive draft, very different from what we saw last game. They came with the Akshan, the Karthus 1-2, going for the Yone to finish out, the Singe counter pick, like, very different. And I think it kind of showed in the early game that, like, they were much more aggressive, going for a lot of invades. But I think for me, the thing was, I think it was maybe too different, like, especially later in the game. I think that they, like, ran out of steam. They didn't really have, like, a lot of the tools they had in the last game. I think the focus being a lot more on their top side, Akshan and Karthus, kind of took away from, like, Gorica's ability to carry the game. And I think, like, put him in a much less comfortable position. And I think that's who they've been winning through a lot. And I think they didn't really have, like, Akshan and Karthus weren't really able to push their leads the way they wanted to. And I think 100 Thieves just went with a really standard comp. They didn't really try to do anything crazy this time. They just went really safe bot lane, really safe top lane, scaling, and they just waited for the enemy team to make a mistake. Eventually they did, and they capitalized. So very much comfort zone for them.
It's a different draft to last game, but it's actually a very standard way that Taco Gaming try to win the game. The issue is it relies on the Karthus to outscale, and this game that wasn't happening because 100 Thieves, they bought on the Yuumi, they didn't pick a scaler like Sona that could match or even outscale that, and because of that, you're playing this waiting game plan. 100 Thieves are happy to do so. They win on those terms, they win on any terms you try to do here. So Taco Gaming got kind of what they like to get, but 100 Thieves just allowed them to play right into that.
And if you take a look at the first replay that we have as well, Veteran sticking along with you, I think this right here just tells a lot about 100 Thieves' prep and them also realizing what Taco wants to do.
Yeah, I mean, this is also the composition, or very similar at least to the composition that they had to defeat No-Org, the one game that they were able to take the 5-fire lineup. And this early invade is typical to what we normally see from Taco Gaming with this kind of setup. They're trying to make sure City Widdy doesn't just get high economy on him, but also denies the ability for the enemy jungler to be able to do anything to his lanes. But 100 Thieves had scouted that and countered it with Yuumi on the top side. Yuumi, a very, very strong early game champion on these skirmishing devices, but Xin Zhao, they know, also has to reset off this as well. And Xin Zhao resets to move straight towards bot side. But look, 3 winning lanes. You've taken care of 1 invade, but now with Shochi getting priority and with Rovex and Gorka getting priority on bot side, if you want to defend these invades, you have to sacrifice very critical levels on your laners to do so. So City Widdy goes in again, very aggressive, and this is how Taco Gaming like to play with City Widdy. They pivot the game entirely around him. This is the much more standard Taco Gaming you see, and you can see they all know what to do in this situation. Yes, top invade didn't go well. That doesn't break apart the entire game plan, and every time City Widdy wants to get a camp, his team are there to secure it. This was actually a very bad game state for 100 Thieves overall, even if they were able to win the initial skirmish on top side. It was great scouting by 100 Thieves to see that, but ultimately, this wasn't enough to guarantee that Taco Gaming could win those initial team fights because 100 Thieves just had the best game composition, and the individual lanes, like we were talking about before the first game, even if they had losing matchups, they were able to win them anyway because they have very, very strong players.
And they didn't win the game, now did they? Realistically, sure. You know, it saw that 100 Thieves were clearly up ahead a little bit. Taco Gaming had some phenomenal moments, including Lawrence getting almost 2 or 3 solo kills, but great. Let's just look at this, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think that this is exactly the kind of game states that 100 Thieves really excel in, which is like grouping for these like team fights, coming in from really good positions. And I mean, Nazi just plays that wonderfully. Like, beautiful ult flash, sets up the fight really easily for his team. I mean, here the game was dead even in gold. But 100X are in like a very good position. They had the right like positioning. Everyone was ready to fight, and they just instantly wiped it out. And from there, the game was very easy. And this is exactly the kind of positions they like to be in, right? Like, they survived the early game. You know, it was like, sure, Sniper had a very hard time top, and I think their bot lane managed to get ahead, but they stabilized, they waited for the right moments, they took these dragon fights, and from there, the game is just like right up their alley. So, you know, I hope like they just keep on with that style, like stabilize the game, wait for team fights. And if they can keep doing that, then I think that they're going to go, you know, just win the rest of the series.
Because I didn't do that. Darkwings also played, Darkwings also played with Akali that game and got tons of kills as well too. Besides that, of course, Akshan got ahead, but you got to remember that they're playing Nar, so it doesn't really matter how behind he is. And of course, finally, Fnatic deciding to pull off every single fight. You can see why as the most experienced player on his roster, he genuinely is able to find game plans to make sure to keep his team with a pretty solid state through flanks, through engages, and of course, besides the Yumi, you're pretty fast as Xin Zhao zooming in right away. And on a cool look, I have your entire frame in front of me in a chokehold. You're going absolutely nowhere. And continue to do that, of course. Out of these though, right now, bringing out the up and up, the 1-on-1 continues to be, of course, in their favor. You talked about the potential of the comeback too, which I think this might be here. But as looking at right now, veteran, you know, you predicted 3-1. You pointed out before. You're still confident in that.
Oh yeah, I am. I mean, they bounced back the way I was hoping that they would mentally. They were like, no, we're going to play our game. We know how to do this. They even took the easy way out by picking, for example, the Gnar top side. You can't really do anything to stop this champion being useful in the game. I'm very confident 100 Thieves will have the rest of the series.
Curry, please. I'll even give you a chance to come join my side. I'll give you a couple of seconds, or are you sticking with it?
I think there's definitely I think veteran brought up great points. I think picking really stable, picking a more stable top, picking this stable, strong lane, but also good scaling. Zerayumi was huge for them. I think in the previous game, they went down 4-5 with their bot lane. This time they just picked it early. They said, beat us with this much more higher scaling bot lane. I think they should continue along that trend. Let Fnatic go down. Let Dark Springs go down. These guys have big champion pools. They can play anything. Secure those strong bot. For Taco Gaming, try to get them off the Yumi. Try to get them off the Gnar. You try to take those stable picks away from them and try to make it more where they have to put their bot lane in uncomfortable situations. Make the game more spicy. Don't let them make it safe. And I think if they can get back to that through the draft and also pick something that's a bit more stable for them, they are put Shochi on something that he can really influence the rest of the map, influence with his jungler, and try to build something more like the first game.
Well, I know I'm a big fan of things that are muy caliente, so let's give it over to a caster who is as well my hairless brother. I should say my hairless horseman, Deathstrokes, and of course Smacks as well.
Smacks, I can't take it, man. We've just had 2 games. My heart is already pumping. We have potentially 3 more to go.
Do we need a medic on site for you, Eric?
Yeah, I need Rovex from game 1.
True. We got to get the Star Guardian Rovex over there to Eric's place. Stat. Make sure that he is okay to cast the rest of this series. Because like you said, it might go to 5 at this point. Both of these teams are definitely bringing us their A game today. 100 Thieves just off the back of an incredible comeback victory. We'll see if they can keep that momentum riding into this third game.
Not Rovex, excuse me, 100 Thieves next. I don't know why I said Rovex right there. Able to bounce back off of Fnatic, rallying off the play he made. After that, it was just a chain of reactions for 100 Thieves next. Now it's time for Taco Gaming to find an answer back to 100 Thieves next we're able to bring. And to be fair, Taco Gaming, the early game looked absolutely fantastic. One of my criticisms was it was hard to get City Witty some agency within that early stage. It kind of reverted back to what we're used to seeing out of Taco Gaming earlier in the circuit qualifiers.
Yeah, it all started as well with Fnatic having a really solid plan of executing on the invade that he actually did see coming. He already had Sword on the Yuumi attached to him to make sure that he had the response prepared to kill the Karthus that was entering his jungle. So a lot of props to Fnatic for more ways than one in that last game for sure.
Yeah, so as we head into this next game, the question is, what are the adjustments going to be? Taco Gaming, they went very early with some of these aggressive picks, having both the Action for Lawrence, which did work well in that 1v1 versus Sniper, but there are two, being that Karthus, and I didn't feel as much value coming out from that Karthus, especially considering that we had the Yuumi picked up by 100 Thieves next. A lot of kills were blocked out by the heal of the Yuumi.
Yeah, that's just kind of how it works for Karthus. You gotta take what you can get when you're playing against those big heals, and even the Mega Gnar transformation, that extra bump in HP was very impactful in those moments where Akshan and Karthus were both dealing a lot of extra damage, and Sniper just barely lived those exchanges. Speaking of, the Akshan from Lawrence was huge in that game, and I would love to see him on that champion again if he's going to have those huge lane performances once more.
Especially, as you said, lane performances. That performance against Sniper, fantastic. I'm still wondering what is going to change here. I look at the Singed. I wasn't the most impressed by it. The counter pick situation, it was fantastic in theory, but the thing is, it ended up becoming an all or nothing, right? And in that case, it ended up grabbing really nothing once Lens and Sword were able to outplay it.
Singed sure does have two buttons that work very well as support. The other two buttons, not quite so good, and especially against the really solid performance from Lens on the Zeri, didn't quite have the same effect they were hoping for sure. And I think a big part of that as well was just the fact that Lawrence was winning, which was really good for Lawrence, but in the same vein, it kind of baited City Witty into playing very heavily around the very strong top laner of Lawrence, leaving Gorica to his lonesome down there with not really a support. I mean, it's a Singed. You're not going to do a whole lot there. So I think that sort of circumstance led to Gorica being on a bit of an island, which he's definitely not used to.
Which is making me hope that Taco Gaming go back towards that focus of the lanes, especially their bot lane, trying to get Gorica and Rovex online. Because when they played towards that, it was a stomp. Lens and Sword weren't able to do much in that game number one, but the moment you take City Witty away from that equation, get what happened in game two, 100 Thieves next were able to stomp out that lane and pretty much apply a lot of pressure over there. We take a look at the draft that's going so far. Nothing too out of the norm, basically sticking to what we had in that game number two. Going to take away the Silas once again. So 100 Thieves next, feeling pretty confident with what they were able to grab in that last game and what Taco Gaming were able to get. Not too dissuaded.
It's that same strategy because we actually do stay on the same sides for both teams.
Yeah.
Taco Gaming did just lose, so they have the decision on which side they want, and they do go right back to that red side. Maybe meaning that we're going to have these same sides for the entire rest of the series as well. But right now, it's going to be very similar. 100 Thieves, they can go for, as Veteran coined it, the easy way out of the Gnar blind in the top lane. But it will give Taco Gaming those same champions that they wanted last game.
Okay, so they are going to go with the Karthus again. Again, I am still a little bit iffy on this. I think it plays to Fnatic to have some level of agency in the jungle, and Karthus is hard in establishing that until he gets scaling. But Lawrence, hey, you did well against Gnar. You did well against Sniper in this matchup in specific. But this is where they didn't do well. 100 Thieves next got the better of this matchup in the bot lane, and it was all off the Zeri.
Oh. I was about to say why change what still worked for you, and they were thinking about changing a little bit as we saw the Seraphine hover, but right back to that Yuumi. It's a full exact run back so far, as I believe this pick was Yone for Taco Gaming if they want to go for it again, but they don't. They secure themselves the Pike support that's been banned away in both second phases of the draft so far. Taco Gaming, they save their mid laner for the counter pick until later.
Oh man, it's a lot of execution coming out from Taco Gaming. I mean, Requiem's one thing, but of course, you know, Death from Below. I believe it's called Death from Below. It's been a while since I've actually been able to cast a Pike. You know, this is a lot of cleanup. This is a lot of good cleanup coming from Taco Gaming. The thing is, they need something to start this off, and that's what I'm going to be looking for at this next phase of the draft.
I've been playing and watching a lot of Pike recently. One, because Rovex just played super well in it yesterday, but also I've been a big enjoyer of twitch.tv/100T Bucio myself. The Champions Queue streams have been absolutely phenomenal, and he's been spamming the Pike as well. And this champion looks really solid in a lot of the matchups recently, and this is a pretty good example of it. Zeri, you have that one dash, but other than that, you can't really easily get out of a lot of the other things that Pike wants to do, let alone the ultimate once that comes down. So as long as the Yuumi shield or the Yuumi heal is down, and Zeri doesn't have dash, Pike is very, very easy pickings to find all these kills in the bottom lane, let alone the rest of the map. And we saw what Rovex did to the rest of the map yesterday.
Yeah, Rovex did so much that AoE were targeting Rovex in a lot of those engages specifically, which is pretty insane on that aspect.
Yeah.
It shows you just how prominent Rovex can be on this bike. Take a look at the bans that are going off right now. The Xin Zhao is going to be banned away, so they're not going to allow for that combo that we saw that Fnatic really enabled that game number 2 with, that Yuumi and Xin Zhao combo. So banning that away. Main change is going to be coming through here for Taco Gaming as they will take their first pick. See what they go for.
I really like the idea here from a couple of bans from 100 Thieves. The Tryndamere especially is something that is a bit of a deep cut. Shochi played it a bit earlier on in the year, but you know, you got to cover your bases when you're dealing with a Karthus. You have to make sure that you take away a lot of the physical damage options that you know Shochi is going to be bringing to the table, and you know that he's going to have a counter pick. So taking away Tryndamere gives yourself a lot more comfort when it comes to those blinds. Zveris is going to be the lock-in Unipian that we don't get to see too often. I believe the last time we saw Gorica play it, it was the AP variant with the Nashers too, which is very interesting. I can't imagine that's going to be the same today, but he has already played Varus a bit in this tournament, as we have a Nocturne Deseret.
And his career as well. It's his third most played overall for Gorica. As you were just saying, the Nocturne means that deep dive can really come out for 100 Thieves next. And it's paired alongside the Ahri, so this is dive central coming out from 100 Thieves next. But this next hover. Oh! Whoa! Yes. Whoa! This is a bloodbath, baby! This is gonna be a bloodbath. Taco Gaming, they're going all or nothing.
Oh, this Zed pick is incredible. I'm so excited for this. We already talked about how much execution Taco Gaming had before. Now it's even more so as they have the death mark at their disposal in a game like this. Oh boy, Taco Gaming are really pulling out all the stops. They need to kill people one at a time, but boy, oh boy, do they have the tools to do that.
Oh man, if they can get a reset, it can be absolutely massive. And you got to keep in mind some of the crowd control that they are enabled here for Taco Gaming. You know, a Chain of Corruption does so much work in zone control. So does the Wall of Pain. It makes it so hard for 100 Thieves next to fight into what Taco Gaming are bringing. I mean, it's low health targets, but it's targets that bring a lot of damage from Taco.
I am actually counting on my fingers, though, Deserex. You mentioned the Chain of Corruption, the Wall of Pain, and yeah, that's actually it. That's the only crowd control that they have. They got Pike, actually. They got the Pike stuff.
Yeah,
that's four things, and they're against Zeri. So that's a little tricky, I will say. Lens looked really good last game, and if you only have 4 forms of crowd control, one of which is just a slow, might be a bit tricky into 100 Thieves next. I will say, if the Chain of Corruption does land, it can be super devastating. So Gorica's going to have a lot of pressure on his shoulders to perform in a game like this, but we know he's got it in him. We know that Shochi's got it in him with this Zed. It's going to be a really fun game for Taco Gaming, especially if they can get things going early.
And Taco Gaming have come to play as they bring one of the most aggressive compositions that we've seen all Proving Grounds. I want to even say towards the circuit qualifiers on top of that, it is damage. But they're facing the Titans in 100 Thieves next. The series 1-1 apiece, all coming down to this best of 3. Taco Gaming need this victory to secure second seed. 100 Thieves next, already sitting pretty in that first spot.
You know what's really cool about 100 Thieves Next in this game is this composition actually comes full circle for this set of 5 players. The very first game that they played together as 5 was with Fnatic on Nocturne and Darkwings on Ahri. They had a lot of struggles in that game, actually. They didn't have nearly as much engage. They did have a Vayne Lulu in the bottom lane, if I'm remembering correctly, with Lens and Sword. Lens was doing a great job on the Vayne, but he really activated late game, and so did Fnatic and Darkwings. You could see their synergy building as a duo as that game went along. It was not a clean game by any stretch of the imagination. They were really struggling early on, but once they kicked it into high gear, once they figured out how to sync up with the Ahri and the Nocturne ultimates together and the combined engage of the two, they completely ended the game right then and there.
I want to point out that Taco Gaming, it's not about map play this time. It is purely about fighting. No teleports taken whatsoever. It is nothing but ignites. It is nothing but damage. And what that tells me is they need to have a pretty decisive early game. You need to have a pretty decisive mid game. They can't really fall behind, because if 100 Thieves Next start deciding what the plays are going to be, look at the dive. Look at the potential that they have to tear apart your squad. You get Darkwings free out of that mid lane, and you get a turret dive going into the bottom lane with Fnatic. That is absolutely devastating.
A lot of damage onto Sniper. Ooh, another Akshan passive popped here. We have Battle of On-Hits.
Oh, man.
The Ignite does come through. The minions are kind of killing Lawrence right now. He needs to get into that brush and survive, but Sniper's about to hit level 3.
Oh, here we go. The root landing onto Darkwings, forces the flash onto Darkwings. Shochi follows suit, and first blood will be acquired by City Witty. Taco Gaming striking first.
Man, look at Taco Gaming with the smoke and mirrors. We had all of our attention drawn up on the top lane, trying to see if Lawrence would find another solo kill. Meanwhile, City Witty and Rovex are roaming and killing in mid lane. First blood to City Witty on the scaling Karthus. This is exactly the opposite of what happened in the last game, and it's exactly what they need.
Sniper! Goomba snomps Lawrence in the top side. That flash caught me completely off guard, and it caught Lawrence off guard too.
Oh man. Okay, this game is the exact opposite of the last one. City Witty, instead of dying to first blood, gets a first blood of his own, and Sniper flips the matchup on its head, finding the first solo kill onto Lawrence's Akshan. Poetic justice here, Eric.
This is suddenly a fight forever match for me. Lawrence versus Sniper. I didn't think this would be a dream matchup, but Smacks, they're performing. They're bloodthirsty. They're fighting like they mean it. And it's resulted in some of the most fun play that we've seen over here in the top lane from these two laners.
Rovex doing his best dodgeball here. Ooh.
Nice pull-in coming out from Rovex. It's the flash out of Lens there. Rovex just biding his time with a lot of these hooks, trying to see what's going to land, and when something does, Lens gets punished.
Love the Pyke patience here. Patience is the biggest virtue when you're a Pyke player. You need to find that exact moment where you can land the Bone Skewer, where they've already exhausted all of their movement. You need to find the exact moment where it's safe for you to dash forward with your Phantom Undertow and land the stun, and the ultimate.
And not just that, but sometimes you're talking about that patience. You know, sometimes the best Bone Skewer is the one you don't throw, is the one you hold on to and keep them guessing.
True. Absolutely true. Are you a Pyke player, Eric?
No, I'm a Blitz player. I was a Blitz player back in the day, so this is kind of the same philosophy going through.
Yeah, definitely. It's exactly the same, actually. If you have that cooldown available, then the enemy has to play guessing the entire time, never knowing quite when you're going to pop out of that stealth, get down into their melee range, and now with Lens, no flash, even more threatening. Really nicely played by Rovex. We already saw him perform on this champion yesterday. We know he's capable of this. It doesn't make this champion any higher octane or any lower octane or anything. It's still something you have to perform on the day. It's not an easy look.
I mean, seeing these more aggressive support picks always makes me so happy. I mean, Pyke, we don't get to see him that often. I try and think of who else is a Pyke player. Clyde is someone that comes to mind from DK Crew, 10th seed over there. When we get to see it, it is very, very exciting because you're always watching out for how low your squad is and that big reset moment that can come through. You know Rovex is good at setting up those moments. So if he can be enabled, if he can get that damage in, which Taco Gaming are bringing a lot of damage, look to Rovex. See what he can do for those resets.
Ooh.
He's still getting more hooks in and still trying to punish out Lens. Can't get close enough for the root, though, so we'll eat some damage right back. And Fnatic is stalking this bot side, Smacks.
Is a little before, no threat of that ultimate quite yet. Starkly different from City Witty, who does actually have Requiem right now.
Oh,
been
nice.
farming super well on this Karthus. No surprise there. City has been one of the best farming junglers, if not the best, that we have here in Amateur.
Yeah. Kind of reminds me of little shades of Shaden over in Academy, who does tend to go for a little bit more of a power farming route, and then just spikes really hard in the early to mid game. That's what we've seen a lot from City Witty. Just when it's traditional Taco Gaming, he'll go for that farm. It'll kind of be AFK for the lanes. He really relies on that priority, but once he spikes out nasty.
Something about Cloud9 and their farming junglers. I don't know what it is. Malice and now Shaden. Maybe that's where City Witty is bound after this year.
Really,
He keeps
yeah.
these performances up. We'll see. Been doing a great job so far in this series and in this game as well with that first blood. Has the scaling. He doesn't really need to do a whole lot more right now. He's farming better than Fnatic. He has a lot more gold if we want to look at that one. Just by the items, though, you can see even just his mythic component is a lot more expensive than the Iron Spike Whip, but he added onto that with the Fiendish Codex. This is a scary Karthus, and you can't even see him on the map right now.
Yeah, no vision on where City Witty is. Pathing towards the opposite side will be Fnatic. Rovex walking out of this lane, still playing towards that priority that he's trying to establish for the sake of City Witty to grab this early Drake. He's not going to have much in terms of worries. Fnatic is pathing towards that opposite side, as we did say, so first Drake should be secured for Taco Gaming.
Fnatic does have some pretty good timing here, though, as Taco Gaming does delay the Drake just a bit longer than they did in the last game. It does get killed about 8 seconds before the Rift Herald spawns, so if Fnatic does want to go for that, he certainly can do this, as he does hit level 6 right away. I'm really looking forward to seeing if 100 Thieves Next can actually make a play for this, but look at this. Darkwings actually is going to take a recall to try to be as powerful as he possibly can be for this exchange. I like the look of that. If Darkwings and Fnatic can find those engages together, then that lethal combination that they've been working towards the entire split long will come alive.
Alright, so we're looking at what's in the pocket right now. Darkwings. Only 2 Amplifying Tomes going to be picked up alongside those Sork Boots, but Sork Boots early do have a pretty significant impact.
Yeah.
So Darkwings should be able to work that. It's still something that Darkwings has when it comes to this next fight, because it very clearly seems like 100 Thieves Next want to set up.
Sork Boots in specific, they signal, if you buy them early, that you want to kill champions, because the movement speed lets you roam, and the magic penetration works better on champions than it does on minions. See Rovex spots out Fnatic, trying to go for a dive. Well timed there for Rovex, and that's one of the only benefits that Pyke has as a defensive champion, is he's so mobile that you can face check a lot of the times, as long as there's not any really devastating crowd control like an Ahri charm that you have to worry about.
Now, Smacks, I want to ask you a question. If you've seen too many, because I haven't been able to keep up with the entirety of CQ. Might have to hold that thought, because already an assassination attempt coming out in the mid lane. Shochi looking to hop onto Darkwings, has the backup of Rovex, but another charge of the Spirit Rush going to be used. Has one more remaining, so Darkwings not going to be in too much danger. 100 Thieves Next are setting up for the Rift Herald, but you have the inside track in favor of Taco Gaming.
Taco Gaming might actually turn this one around. They at least pressure the members of 100 Thieves Next out. After the Spirit Rush has been used, all that power that I mentioned that Darkwings and Fnatic have in their ultimates, well, they don't have their ultimates anymore, so they don't quite have it at that time. Lawrence forced to flash out, and Sniper, who had that huge burst explosion early game and has been quietly racking up an advantage since then, finds yet another explosion top.
Having a better time against the Akshan this time.
Yeah.
And that's what I was about to ask you. When is the last time we've seen the Akshan played within CQ itself? I haven't seen the whole thing. I've been focusing a lot with Academy. I've only seen Lawrence pick it up.
Yeah, it's pretty much exclusively Lawrence. I don't have the exact stats. Maybe somebody else played it once or something, but I'm fairly certain that it is only Lawrence that has played it, especially in this tournament. I know some other players that are really fond of it are like Lorlo as well, who plays it a lot in Champions Queue. Big fan of the big lane power that you get from that, and some other top laners played in Champions Queue from time to time, but it is a very uncommon choice that is very lane focused, and like I was saying in the last game, eventually becomes a stealth demon assassin, like a Twitch, or maybe more accurately an Evelyn as well, because you do have that perma stealth and play on those flanks to kill just one person.
And with it being such an unorthodox champion, sometimes it can catch you by surprise. It seems like Sniper's doing better against it right now in this game 3, but that game 2 definitely belonged to Lawrence. And that was a tough spot for Sniper to recover from. We've seen Sniper in those positions before where he goes against some of these oddball picks. Kaiser from Large did that against him when he pocket-picked Mordekaiser and still got solo kills even after dying to a gank against General Sniper. So, General Sniper, we've seen him falter before on some of these oddballs. But here comes the ultimate. It's a double ultimate gonna go through. Requiem will not net an assist, but it's not needed. Lawrence still gets the solo onto Sniper.
That's actually shocking that the Requiem wasn't needed, as, the return.
Ooh, here we go, Fnatic into the top side. We'll pop that ultimate paranoia. Claims Lawrence, a return kill getting picked up by 100 Thieves next.
I just saw something that I need to see in slow motion, if it's possible. We can get a really slow replay on that, because I'm pretty sure that Fnatic flashed to spell shield the heroic swing before it hit the wall. I need to confirm this. We do get this kill. Again, a Nokshan solo kill from Lawrence. We were talking about how well Sniper was playing this game, but again, we're cursing it up in this top lane. Lawrence doing a phenomenal job. I really want to see what happens with this Nocturne, if it's possible. Because, like I said, he flashed and spell shielded. Does spell shield eat the... Okay. Oh, okay. He just missed the wall. All right. Yeah. I was really curious as to what was going on there with Fnatic's flash, but I think he was just trying to stay in range in case the heroic swing went to the wall so he could keep the fear going.
Unfortunately, didn't work out for Lawrence on that top side. Now sometimes the nerves can get to you. Not close enough to the wall, so just goes wide on it. It will result in a kill going over to Fnatic on that end, who has finished his Gore Drinker now, so he is much more aggressive now having his Mythic when he wants to go for these dives into Paranoia. And speaking of, only a quarter of that cooldown timer left. 100 Thieves next start posturing towards his top side. Ooh. Oh, Orica. Orica exhausted. Flashes out. Flashes out. He's still alive, but it's a Varus versus a Zeri with a Yuumi attached. Still an easy kill coming out for 100 Thieves next, as the plays are going to continue across the map. Looking to get onto Dark Wings will be Taco Gaming. The tower in the mid lane still going to go down, opening up that map pressure for Taco Gaming.
A good chunk of gold there. Shochi gonna be picking a lot of that one up. Already has a Prowler's Claw. Rovex looking to do the same, I would imagine. Skorica. Oh. Hey, hold on one moment. Lens.
We're going after Lens.
Assassins.
Nice sidestep coming out from Lens, but Shochi just hops right onto him, picks him up with relative ease, and there's no response coming out from 100 Thieves next. They're trying to send Darkwings up. Already the recall being called from Lawrence. So Taco Gaming, they get that kill. Not going to lose too much for it.
All right. Effectively a trade of 1-for-1 in that bottom lane. Just a little delayed as Shochi and Rovex together with all of that assassination potential. Find it onto Lens. Not a whole lot that a shield bow actually does for you, funny enough, against the likes of Zed and Pyke. Pyke can just one-shot you through the shield bow shield. So, not really the most pleasing thing to happen to an AD carry. I've definitely been on the receiving end of that, and the giving end, actually. I play a lot of Pyke.
Play a lot of Pyke?
Yeah,
I used to play a lot of Alistair, a lot of Blitzcrank. I was the tanky engage boy.
That's nice. I like those champions a lot too. I've been playing a lot of Tom Kench recently.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
If I was still playing League as heavily as I was, I'd probably lean towards Tom Kench. Makes me a little bit sad not see some of those more aggressive, engagey supports, but it doesn't make me as sad when I definitely see Rovex on something like this Pyke as roaming around. Gonna be Taco Gaming looking to set up a play on to General Sniper. Lens setting up over on the bot side jungle, top side jungle, excuse me. Has Fnatic behind him. Paranoia available. So very quickly can 100 Thieves next respond to this if committed by Taco Gaming. Soon the Rift Herald will spawn on top of that, so this is why Taco Gaming are setting up for this priority.
And I mentioned before that Rovex was likely to go for the Prowler's Claw for more damage potential, but Rovex instead went for what I call the anti-fun item as a support, the Umbral Glaive. This allows the enemy support to stop having fun forever, because you one-shot their wards, they can no longer place them and be safe and happy about where they put them, because within an instant, all could be lost. And yeah, that's the anti-fun item. Rovex just being a bit of a meanie pants to Sword.
Getting some fun facts on the screen right there. Lawrence, the only one to have played in the summer main event, did get some play during the open qualifiers from some of the other teams.
Oh. You know that Geiger is actually 6'8"?
Really?
Yeah, tall guy. Anyway, Rovex, I was saying before how he really likes being, ooh, hold on.
So yeah, easy engage, Paranoia. Paired alongside the Yuumi, that's a disgusting engage, Smax. It's really hard to respond to.
Yeah, I thought that Rovex might be the target, but... Oh, wait.
Oh, that hurts, Rovex. Unfortunate with the blast plant there. And that gives 100 Thieves next a window in, a point to play around as they pop that top lane turret.
Man, it is so unlikely that you get the Goomba hop on the blast cone. You can't even do it on purpose most of the time because it's so precise that you have to be there. But Rovex, he was standing on the exact spot to not get bounced anywhere except for exactly where he stands, effectively rupturing himself. That is so unfortunate there for Rovex as he does fall. Both of the bot lane members here from Taco Gaming taking some deaths. As, yeah, we saw it before, Fnatic. He has this Paranoia, and really, if we think about it, Varus is an easy kill wherever he is. He's not going to have a lot of backup. There's really no support for him. Everyone else on his team is an assassin. So if you want to, at any point, you can go and kill the Varus when you have your Nocturne ult up.
Just go right after Gorica, dive onto him. Yep. Not much you can do. Flash will be down for a little bit longer, but it's coming back up. Former teammate says the turret does go down. Sniper will net that over in the bottom lane. More picked up by 100 Thieves as they set up for this Cloud Drake that is currently on the map. Taco Gaming trying to fight for that control. Going to be watching a lot of those big tools that are available for 100 Thieves next. Putting down the Rift Herald to get some priority into the mid lane. Establish that very strongly. Of course, the engage tool is massive. Sniper gets onto that backline. The Meganar ultimate is huge. You were talking about it earlier. Fnatic can engage onto Gorica. Now 100 Thieves next, starting it up. Here comes the Paranoia, gonna go out, secured by City Witty. The Dragon gonna be stolen away, but already one kill goes over as Dark Wings dances all over with the Spirit Rush. Requiem will be sang, but no one low enough. Shochi with the sidestep, now focusing on to Fnatic, pops the shots, but Fnatic will not fall. Now swinging right back towards Fnatic, hopping in, Shochi gets the shutdown.
Good job there from Shochi to find at least a return kill, and better job from City Witty to actually secure the Dragon. They now have 3 of those on Soul Point yet again in this series. Flashing forward in the Paranoia as well. That is some fast reaction time, quick fingers, and good decision making overall from the jungler of Taco Gaming, keeping them afloat in this game in an otherwise pretty tough spot, as they do give over a couple of these kills. They trade this one back, but that Dragon is the one that matters a lot.
Say, for the most part, I mean, this would have been pretty great for Fnatic and the rest of 100 Thieves next if they did get that secure. You're starting to see how these pieces function within a team fight. Gorica struggled to get any damage in. I only saw 1 auto landed by Gorica, and we're starting to see some of the drawbacks of what Taco Gaming have brought.
Gorica again going for the AP variant of Varus with the Gnasher's Tooth. I guess he just likes the build that he put up together. Going for some DPS checks in the practice tool, I imagine. No Mythic quite yet, but if it's anything like what we saw from him in the past, it's going to be a Rift Maker on his second item. And I mentioned before how Karthus really doesn't like having... Wait. Oh, okay, that Paranoia was trying to go onto the Zed. I see, keeping Lens safe. I like it. Anyway, as I was saying, Karthus really doesn't like having a lot of magic damage on his team, so I'm a bit surprised to see Gorica do this, but I guess maybe the thinking is if he goes lethality, then that's 3 lethality champions on his team, and then that makes armor way too good, so...
Yeah.
I don't know, I guess it's a bit of a catch-22.
This roam up coming out from Rovex. Focusing on the Dark Wings. You're also going to have Gorica up there as they try to make a play happen. It's going to force out the Spirit Rush. And this is nice as long as nothing else is caught out here. Yeah, okay, that's good for Taco Gaming. You've taken away one of those tools from 100 Thieves next. But the bigger question is going to be, what does that really set up for Taco Gaming here? You get the recall out of Dark Wings, you should be able to return to lane without much issue. This tower's still going to be up. You have that window available, but nothing to really play around it.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, that was just a whiff. They have to keep trying, though. They have to keep going for at-bats. Have you ever seen the movie Moneyball, SRX?
No, I haven't.
Well, the big thing there is Brad Pitt's character puts together a team of baseball players that are not like superstars, but they're really good at getting on base. And so he puts together this team that's like statistically really good. Hold on one second.
Oh, here we go, Fnatic with the deep dive. Meganar ultimate slam and Sadie Witty into the wall will be a kill over to 100 Thieves next, and no smite for Taco Gaming. A minute and 45 seconds before the Drake does spawn, so not going to be the worst thing in the world. Taco Gaming can still reset to try and contest Dragon Control.
A very effective execution there from Fnatic. That's something that Taco Gaming need to do, as this could be the moment.
Wow, Shochi, he goes in. Hourglass is used. One of the classic Z counters is gonna keep him alive. And Shochi heads for the hills. Now here comes Sniper going on to Gorica and Rovex. The flash out of Gorica, but he's a Varus. There's no mobility left, and Lens will close the distance.
Jungler dead, 80 carry dead, no Zed ult to be found, and 100 Thieves next are barreling toward this Baron. Everyone is still alive and healthy enough that Rovex, even in vision, can't go for any ultimates. Shochi has to try something here with the Requiem.
Oh, there's going to be a lot of damage here. A lot of low health bars.
Rovex.
First kill gets picked up. Now jumping in is going to be Taco Gaming. 2 down so far, but it's going to cost Shochi. Now hopping into Sniper. He has that Meganar form. There comes another kill picked up by Rovex. X marks the spot, and 100 Thieves next. They got the X in their name, baby. They're heading for the hills as Taco Gaming chase them right off.
Oh, Rovex, don't do it. Cancels the recall. I was thinking he might ult, but oh, wait, he might be in danger. No, he's bite. But this is what I'm saying, Deserex. They have to keep going to bat. They have to keep getting on base. They have to keep trying. Eventually, things will work for Taco Gaming. That's what their composition is built to do. They have to stay mentally resilient enough to keep attempting the assassinations. This is the result of that. Yes, they whiff sometimes, but when they hit, they get so many kills back to back. They get all these resets. Thanks to Baron's Tentacle, by the way, for setting up for the death from below that time. Nicely done. The Baron is on Taco Gaming's team. They heard it was Tuesday, and they're going to continue keep going.
Getting people on base. Well, you need someone to hit a grand slam at the grand scheme of things. And Taco Gaming, they brought Rovex up to bat, and he swings for the fences.
Woo. He's been doing that all day.
Yeah.
On Soraka, on Pike. Oh, man. He kind of struck out on Singed. I'm going to be honest with you. But other than that, it's been a good day. It's been a good couple of days from Rovex. I've been so impressed by him, and he's backed up by his team so well. It takes a lot of confidence in your support to consistently pick him Pike. I know I've been playing some competitive games with some friends, and they always get a little antsy when I pick Pike. And granted, Rovex is a lot better than me.
Chochi here. Stay quiet. Stay quiet. He's hunting foxes. Here he comes. He pops out. Is the death mark going to be used? Charm lands right on the money. Now looking for the finish. So fast is Shochi. He will still go down to the paranoia, but a big pick coming in, not allowing Darkwings that farm, not allowing him a chance to stay on the map.
That's the punish onto Darkwings as well, who didn't go for Zonia's second. You can see he's starting to build it now, but it's too little too late. Sniper taking a lot of damage.
Come and pop. Couple of pats onto the back. You see Sadie Witty was waiting in the wings there. And so is Rovex. Oh, Rovex is a maniac right now. He's so bloodthirsty! Rovex is a freaking maniac!
No way Rovex is able to do it again! The assassinations! They get one top side with Zed, they get one bot side with Pike. It's a favorable trade across the rift. And 100 Thieves next, they're left scratching their heads. They don't know what to do. They've lost these members just playing the neutral out. They just try to get all these resources, and they keep getting caught off guard by these clever positionings from the members of Taco Gaming, who now are at a pretty sizable gold lead.
Oh my word. Taco Gaming versus 100 Thieves next. It wasn't the finals we were expecting. I don't even think it's the finals we deserve, but damn, is it a finals, Smacks. Taco Gaming, they're not going to die. They've put themselves in a position where they have a 2K gold lead. So much of this driven off Rovex, who's been going for these assassinations, been going for these very, very clutch plays. And when it seems like 100 Thieves next are in the driver's seat, Taco Gaming keep snapping back. Now map control goes over to them. Gold lead goes over to them. They still have this high damaging composition. It's paying its dividends thus far.
And Rovex has the Prowler's Claw now too. This is such a big spike for Pyke. Because not only does it give you all of that assassination threat with just the numbers on the item, but the active is wonderful for Pyke. You can use it immediately after dashing to guarantee the stun on someone.
Paranoia goes out, Dark Wings follows, and it's an instant assassination on City Witty. He can bride damage, he can still provide the fight as the Requiem is sung. Another kill gets picked in, and he sings his song. The notes sing, and they go to the Angels. A big kill picked up, but still continuing is going to be Shochi as he goes after Sniper. Rovex, it's a kill, a double for Sniper. This is it right now as Lawrence is able to show up and go on to Sniper and finish off the kill. Get his teammates back into the fight. Taco Gaming net an ace against 100 Thieves next.
Oh, I love Akshan passive. They're back and ready to go on the Rifts. Maybe they can even get a Baron thanks to it as well, because that is an ace for Taco Gaming. That's the issue with engaging onto a Karthus. He just keeps dealing all of his damage, and you can't stop it. Requiem triple kill, the early game lead finally paying off for the Taco Gaming jungler.
The reality of Taco Gaming taking this finals is still not off the table. They fight ferociously in so many different occasions, in so many different scenarios where their backs are against the wall. And they come out ahead. Now sitting in prime position to take game number 2 as Dragon has spawned. It will spawn in 35 seconds. That will be Dragon Soul for Taco Gaming if they can secure it.
I think for 100 Thieves next, it's about time for one of those pep talks that they got in the second game, because this is dire straits for them. They need to stay off of all of these assassinations. And here it comes.
Onto Shochi. Shochi jukes right on out, but it's still a kill grabbed. And this is great right here, because if City Witty's down, he's still doing damage. A kill going through off the Requiem. Getting low is 100 Thieves next. Shochi still grabs one, but there is Rovex trying to get him low enough to find that assassination. Gorica still alive, and Lawrence pops the ultimate onto Sniper. The Raptors will defend Sniper, but it's a double kill coming out for Lawrence as 4 fall for 100 Thieves next. Taco Gaming, they only lose City Witty, but they do not care. City Witty is going to fall, and he will bring the damage in those team fights when he is down, and this will give Taco Gaming positions. This will give Taco Gaming advantages as Sniper fights his way out of this, fights his way to a way back home. But it is far. It is so far. Click those heels as much as you can. There's no place like home, and Shochi will take you right there with a death to the respawn.
And there is the Drake Soul afterwards to Deserux. Taco Gaming are fully activated in this game. City Witty, he just is the martyr in this exchange. Every single time he dies, 100 Thieves next don't have a way to go. They have to stay fighting on top of the Karthus passive, which is the exact win condition of the champion. 100 Thieves next are finding so much difficulty here. They find an excellent engage, but it just doesn't matter. And all of the assassins afterward are just putting in the work and continuing to do so.
Here comes Rovex, pops. Oh, drops. Lens will net that one. Now City Witty trying to hold the line, but you've lost your support. He's been a superstar thus far. Ultimately going to be popped off. And now here comes Shochi. Tries to get the assassination onto the back line. It's a kill picked up. Lawrence will net that one. Now Lawrence going after Sword. Gets another kill. 3 down for 100 Thieves next. And Taco Gaming, they're marching towards the river. They're marching towards Baron. Dark Wings trying to get the recall in time. Gorica gonna spot him out and deny it. No, he gets through in time. But Taco Gaming, they're still gonna get Baron, Max. They're still gonna get Baron.
And thanks to Runeterra's own Avenger, Rovex comes back to life. Everyone on Taco Gaming is here to play for this Baron. They will secure it. They've got Soul, they've got Baron, they've got the Assassins, and they can keep playing in this game in this advantageous state. I cannot believe that they're coming back into this one and doing it with the most aggressive composition imaginable. You said earlier in this game that we haven't seen pure aggression like these champions, these 5 champions, ever throughout the entire year, but Taco is delivering it to us today in the finals.
31 minutes into this game, and we've had 39 kills so far between both of these teams. Oh, we knew it was going to get to 1 kill per minute, but so consistently it does with these showdowns. Now 100 Thieves next. They're setting up in the wing, spotted out by Sweeper. Shochi! Shochi, right place. Here it comes, Deathmark going onto the backline. Fnatic hops in, but Shochi dancing around, gets 1 kill. 2 picked up so far by Taco Gaming as they're looking to close this one out. Hopping over the wall is going to be Rovex, looking to mark the spot onto Sniper. Here comes the Requiem, but we sang. Sniper falls, Lawrence chasing down Sword, and just like that, it is an ace. Taco Gaming take down 100 Thieves.
100 Thieves are dancing with death, and his name is Shochi. The movement, the damage, it's beautiful. He gets all of it down, and this time, the Reaper lives on. City Witty stays with his team to give the Nexus one final blow as Taco Gaming take this series to match point in the finals against 100 Thieves next. They're about to do it.
Do you believe Taco Gaming looking for the upset of the season, and it has begun as they get to match point, 1 away from taking down 100 Thieves next?
There is no set of 5 players that you could combine and have them so well play those 5 champions except for these 5 on your screen today. Akshan, Karthus, Zed, AP Varus, and Pike. That's what they just won on against the best amateur team in the entire year. Taco Gaming are now 1 win away from being the champions.
The upset of the year. The upset of the year. 1 game away, Smacks. 1 game away. This has been wild. This has been a wild matchup throughout the entirety of the series. I mean, from Lawrence still getting those outplays in the top lane against General Sniper. City Witty so impactful even when he does go down because the Karthus passive is there. Shochi with the balls to take Zed and make this such a bloodthirsty game. Taco Gaming, man, they are swinging so heavily against 100 Thieves next, the Titans of Amateur.
I tell you, man, I challenge the best team in whatever region you want. NA, EU, China, Korea, whoever, I challenge them to play a competitive game in a best of 5 series on those 5 champions and see how well it goes. Because I genuinely believe that none of them could pull it off quite like Taco Gaming just did. Oh my word, we are so blessed here in Amateur to get these guys in our games.
What a good series for this finals. Ravish, I know you're excited about this one. You voted for them. You rooted for Taco Gaming. I want to hear what you have to say. My heart is pumping. I need a break. Ravish, Analyst S, please take this one away.